We've got Indy's weekly chalk talk. What do you got, Indy?
Well, it's official. Wade Phillips is here, and he's bringing the 3-4 system with him. And one question you have to ask yourself, how is that going to affect your former #1 pick in the NFL draft, Mario Williams, who's now working with his third defensive coordinator in 6 years? But let's get to the chalkboard. The 3-4 defense is totally different from what Mario Williams is used to. He's used to the 4-3. And if he's going to play defensive end in the traditional 3-4 defense, you line up in a 4 technique, or some people call it a tight 5. And that's the middle of the offensive tackle. And what you do is you play a 2-gap system where you defend the B gap or the C gap. And that makes you a good run stopper, and you'll have good tackle stats, but it's very hard to rush the quarterback from this position. This guy, number 90, does not like that. He wants to get after the quarterback, and Bruce Smith found success in this system, and I think Wade Phillips is going to find a way to get Mario Williams the same type of success, and the way he's going to have to do that is by moving him around. You can't leave him at one position, and if you do leave him at one position, you can't leave him in the same technique, and I think Wade Phillips is a smart enough man to know that. So the positions that I've circled in red are what I'm predicting the different places you'll see Mario Williams in this 3-4 defense next year. Sometimes he will line up in the traditional 4 or tight 5 technique and play the 2-gap system. You have to do that. Whether you like it or not, there's times during this system where you have to do that. Other times, because of his athleticism, you'll see him line up outside as an outside linebacker, and he'll either rush from a 2-point stance or he'll drop to the flat, and he'll do zone coverage. It's easier to drop and compete in zone coverage for a big guy like Mario, because you don't have a man one-on-one. You just have to go to a certain area. Other times you'll see him line up off the 5 technique as a traditional linebacker, and he could do many things from this position when he's behind the defensive end. He could play the run, knowing that his defensive end in front of him is responsible for this gap or this gap, so he could just use his speed and athleticism to react to wherever the ball goes, only knowing that he has the alley. Or he could blitz from this position, and none of these offensive linemen know which gap he's going to hit. So I really think for this to be successful for Mario Williams in this new system, Wade Phillips and co. are going to have to move him around and not put him in any predictable situations. Sometimes he's going to be in a 2-point stance. He needs to rush from a 2-point stance. Other times he'll be in a 2-point stance and he needs to drop. The offense can't get any pre-snap reads where Mario lines up, so they're going to have to really be creative and know that they're not doing the same thing from the same lineup.
Well, you got me pumped up for the season. I can't wait to see that defense.